I was not prepared for this stream at all. But here we are. Bicycle Dutch is here. Hey, Bicycle Dutch. Jacob Bax. Yeah, my wall is on fire with a fireplace. Since I'm not fortunate enough to have an actual fireplace in my house, me and I think millions of other Americans resort to TV fireplaces and TV ambiance things on YouTube. Like, I do it here, but then I go riding around at night and you can easily see in other people's windows, right? Not that you're like window peeping, okay? But you can easily see their TVs because like Americans just have big TVs, big, massive TVs on their walls, and you can see them through the window. And a lot of people just have those coffee shop ambiance videos playing all the time. And you know what all those coffee shop videos have in common? The ambiance, the scene that the video creators create. No cars. It's always like some walkable environment. No roads, no stroads in sight, no sewer of SUVs passing through. It's people walking, or a bike will pass through. If a car shows up on some of these things, it's like some 1949 Ford pickup truck that, has that nostalgic look. Yeah. And yet it doesn't register in their heads that I gravitate towards watching this to calm myself because it's not this gray, sterilized car sewer environment that we have outside of our homes everywhere. Don't know how I got onto that, Jacob, from my wall being on fire, but here we are anyway. Klaas, hey, from the Netherlands. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh yeah, Ann Clinton, that heater, boy, I gotta watch it because it will run the electricity bill through the roof. Pekka, holy moly. Hey, Pekka. Pekka, are you even still in Finland at the moment? I know you're traveling to a conference, so are you on a train somewhere? Watching me from a train? That would be cool. Because you say hello from Toasty, Tallinn, and my geography sucks. I don't know where that is. If somebody knows where Tallinn, Tallinn is, put it in the chat. And I'm seeing everybody's chat messages here. You guys see that? That's how it works. All right. Well, so it was just an impromptu stream. I didn't feel like writing today because I didn't. I just thought I'd set up my stuff here in the garage. I've got like lights here, blasting me in the face, camera. I got the streaming rig setting on my wife's cargo bike right over here. And got my Urban Arrow here. I have some accessories over here. And I'm just going to show you a few things and also do one little task while I'm here with some winter riding accessories that are useful to me and that I use each year to help me get through the winter. Some are more necessary than others, but just in case you've never seen it, I think we'll go over that. And this could be some nice Sunday entertainment for people sitting on the couch. At least there's 12 of you here, according to this. Pekka says he just arrived from a night ride. Tallinn is the capital of Estonia. Oh, nice. I've ordered some things for the house that have come from Estonia from like small business creators over there. So hope you're having a good time, Pekka, and thanks for tuning in. Let's get on with this. So I'll set up chat. Let me set up chat somewhere. Where the hell am I going to set chat? I have no place to put you guys. This is ridiculous. I thought forward enough to like set up everything else, and I didn't make a place. Just a minute. Let me move something over here. I'm going to move my electric lawnmower over here in between the streaming rig, some lights, so that I can set you guys on it. Maybe. Wouldn't that be fantastic if my iPad just flopped to the ground and broke during the stream? I don't think so. I wouldn't find that to be very cool, but we'll see what we can do. There, that's a little more stable. All right, so let's start. So honestly, what got me to want to do this stream was I needed to put my battery covers on, and I know some of you are immediately saying, battery covers? Yeah, battery covers. That's what these are right here. I guess I don't need to hold both of them up, but these are made for Bosch batteries. Look, I can show you the inside here. They've got little cutouts in all the right places on the bottom, and they're by this company called Fahre. F-A-H-R-E-R. That is a German company out of Berlin, and Fahre is as close as I'm going to get, and Google says
Fahre. Fahre. Fahre.
Fahre, right? So that's pretty close. They have a website right here. I'll show you on my phone. Okay. It is Fahre, F-A-H-R-E-R Berlin.de. And from there you can select English and all that stuff. But yeah, just Google Fahre Berlin, F-A-H-R-E-R, Berlin, and that should take you there. They make a bunch of things for biking. I don't know, I can show you here, like bags, racks, mud guards, I don't know, phone holders, other accessories. But they also make these battery covers, right, that go on Bosch batteries and other batteries for e-bikes. Oaks Pro, greetings from Philadelphia. Hey Oaks, you just got here in time for things to get started. So yeah, they make these covers, you can put them on your batteries, and some people have asked me, yeah, okay, so how much does that increase your range, or, you know, things like that. I don't know, I have no idea. I think I first started using them last year, I think it was last year, and I don't have data. I can't say, oh yes, when I put these on, I went further, went longer. I don't know. I just think of it like this. You know, let's say you're wearing a t-shirt and you go outside and it's cold as hell. Your heat's going to drain faster, your energy, right? Well, if I give you a decent jacket to put on over that, it's not going to fix everything. But you're going to feel a little bit better for a little bit longer and preserve your heat, preserve your energy, right? It can't hurt. They don't cost a lot of money. Well, depends on what you consider a lot of money. I don't remember what I paid for these, but I think they were like around $30 each. Pekka says Fahre literally means driver. Yes, that's right. Good point, Pekka. When I put that through the translate, I was like, all right. But, Pekka says, but you also drive a bicycle in German and Finnish, not ride one. Yeah, it's kind of, I know what you mean. Like, in Portuguese, whenever you say you're gonna like ride a bike, you would say andar de bicicleta, which is technically like walk by bike. So, and that makes sense in Brazil because it's a pain in the ass to ride the bike. So anyway, let's put on one of these things, right? So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to take a battery off. And I don't remember, there we go. We'll just do this one battery since I clearly found the key for it. Okay, and I don't really have a table to do this. Oh, hey, you guys see my sticker by Tom Flood, Rovello Creative out of Canada. Bicycles deliver the freedom the auto ads promise. You can get those from Tom's store. Go find Tom Flood on Blue Sky And if you want some of those stickers, order them. Although I think he can only ship to the US and Canada right now. Anyway, I'm not QVC. I'm not trying to sell everything. So let's, sorry I don't have a table here to really make this better, but Bicycles Dutch says, in Dutch we ride, also in a car. We don't have a drive equivalent. Huh. Okay. Well, of course we do in English. So there, you saw how easy that went on. I think I put the wrong one on. Or did I? Or did I put this on upside down? I think I put this on upside down. Hold on here. And is there a left and a right? I just feel like this hole needs to line up with this power button. In that case, oh wait, there's another hole, aha. Okay, there's another hole down here. This hole is for the key. So I think I had it right. Or I didn't, I don't know. Clinton, you missed the Thanksgiving ride, that's okay. I noticed you weren't there, but again, I figured kind of hard to catch everybody. Okay, there, I got that one on. Yes, I got that one on right. So I'll kind of show you the best I can. Here's where it connects in. You can see the bottom side there. And you can just barely peek through and see the power button here, although you shouldn't have to manually hit your power button, right? And then the keyhole, once it's mounted to the bike, is here. So, Karsten, you're on the Faha homepage. Don't you like how I have to like pause to say that word? So I got this one on. Let's go stick this thing on the bike. So it goes on, click. There we go. All right, see? One battery cover on. Hey, you know what? I'm here. I might as well do the other one, but I got to figure out which of these keys unlocks it. So let's see here. I know I look like a janitor with all these keys. See if I can get it right on the first try. No, I did not. Let's try this. Almost, but no. Man, I have a lot of Bosch keys. Let's try some of these. No, we might have to skip this. There we go. Got it. Does anybody else have that problem? Too many keys. I have more keys for my bike than I have for our car. So yeah, I don't know, for those of you that have e-bikes that live in a colder climate, Pekka, no, Hari rides an e-bike. Pekka, I don't ever see you on an e-bike, really. But doesn't Hari have an electric bullet? Maybe he could benefit from some of these. So there we go. Got the other one on this one. We'll go snap this into place. Make sure nothing's conflicting for space. There we go. Set for winter. And they say on the website that you don't want those things on above 15 Celsius. So keep that in mind. And they also tell you not to charge your battery with them on, but honestly, I don't see a problem with it. Maybe it matters if you take your battery in the house to charge it, in which case maybe take it off, but I charge in my garage, and in the winter it's cold out here, or cold-ish out here, so once these go on, unless the temperature outside gets above 15 Celsius, they don't come off until spring. See what Pekka has to say. Hari often uses a Riese Mueller two-wheeled cargo bike. Ah, okay. It's a great one, and the batteries also work really well in the cold. I'm looking to go to Riese Mueller. The Urban Arrow is a good bike, great cargo bike, electric cargo bike, but my needs are evolving and what I value is changing. So I have a great cargo bike here, dual battery system, got the Bosch Nion. It's a wonderful bike, but I'm trying to maybe work a deal to more easily get my hands on a Riese Mueller Load 75 version 4. It's just slightly longer than this. I think by 3.5, 4 centimeters, something like that. And I would want the high box or maybe a full box on it. But I don't know if that's going to happen. And with the orange-faced buffoon about ready to dump a bucket full of tariffs on everything he can get his fat little fingers on, I don't know if it's going to be possible. So, so we'll see. Anyway, no more politics. Let's see here. Pekka says that one can mount 2 batteries at the same time. It can use them simultaneously, which is better because it keeps them both warm. Yeah, same thing with this one. It pulls off of each battery at roughly the same rate. And I can monitor that in my Nion. My Nion shows the percentages on both batteries. And they both pretty much come down in sync. Sometimes they get off a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So moving on here, okay, we'll go with the most easily accessible one, because some people that might watch this maybe don't know what winter tires are. Most of you do, so let's get a nice little close-up of these studs, right? And they're all around the tire. The go-to pretty much is Schwalbe Marathon Winter Plus. That's pretty much what most people in the US use, maybe even in Canada. You can get them in all sizes. Sometimes they're harder to get a hold of. A lot of places run out of stock. I mean, for an example, I had to get these sent over from Germany because at the time that I wanted to order them, nobody in the US had them. Like, nobody. Now they do. Your local bike shop might, online retailers will. But I had to get mine from Germany. And it actually wound up being cheaper. But these things do great. I'm not going to say that, and I'm sure in chat you guys can discuss about this too if you want. When people watch these videos later, I think they have the ability to turn on chat so they could see discussions that happen. These aren't really, they aren't really useful for snow. And some might disagree with me, but I don't see winter tires as being something that you use because you have snow. They're really there to help mitigate the risk with ice, right? Because these spikes grip the ice to help keep you from falling over. Like when I lived in Minnesota, I never had winter tires, but all of my paths to go everywhere that I needed to go were pretty much always snowpack, always. Very little ice, if ever. And it never got down to bare ground, so my tires gripped snow really, really well. Snow is very grippy. Especially when you do a brush technique. Try not to plow it so it's all shiny and hard, because that's how you get ice sometimes. And we're not lucky enough to get this, but like Pekka knows, brush and grit, amazing. Totally eliminate salt, for a lot of paths. And then, yeah, I don't know. These come in handy. So if you live somewhere where you have ice, get some Schwalbe Marathon Winter Plus tires that fit your bike. I'm not putting any on my Urban Arrow this year, but I bought these for my wife's Tern HSD. And we're gonna put them on the front and back. The year that I did run them on an Urban Arrow, I did front and back, and then the following year, I just did the front, because the front is more likely to get away from you or get squirrely in a turn. And we didn't have a very rough winter, but it worked. So, and the year that I had them on both the front and the back, I felt really confident. I felt stable. So it was worth it. Let me catch up on chat here. Pekka says, if you have an e-bike that can fit Schwalbe's ice spikers, those will give you even more grip since their knobs are much bigger. If you don't mind the extra rolling resistance, but with an e-bike ride, it doesn't matter. I don't know how to say this name. So somebody else commented, I've got the same studded tire on the front of my recent Mueller and the ice spiker on the back. Interesting. So I guess if you go online and you start to check out people that ride in winter, there's different combinations. Somebody's already saying they use a different winter tire on the back and a different one on the front. So there's options, I guess. And Pekka says, if the maintenance is bad, regular small knobbed mountain bike tires, gravel tires are pretty similar for the snow. So I guess if you can't get your hands on these or you can't afford them, and you're wanting to ride in winter, yeah, you can always go with, knobby mountain bike or gravel bike tires, and that'll help you more than your regular, warmer season commuter tires, right? All right, so there's those things. Oh yeah, so I don't want to move the camera around because I might not get it back in a good spot, but as you guys can see here, I've got my pogies on. My pogies are from Weather Goods, Sweden, and they're just amazing. Love these. They're having a Black Friday deal right now, so if you look up Weather Goods, WEATHER, GOODS, Sweden, it'll take you to their website, and they're having a Black Friday deal. They can ship anywhere in the world, last time I checked. So you can get some pogies on sale, and they have a bunch of other really cool stuff. It's a small business run by two sisters in Sweden that make really good products. So check them out. And both my wife and I use these pogies. Amazing. And I also used to promote, and I guess I still do, Wobbs. Wobbs is out of the Netherlands. These are made out of recycled plastic bottles. They're very warm too. These are best for curved bars. So your bars need to be pretty decently curved. You can kind of see from the design there. Weather Goods makes 3 types. They make a curved bar pogie, a straight bar pogie, and a pogie for the cargo bikes that just have that one bar across. They just released those. They made pogies for those. So yeah. Pogies, yeah. All right, covered that. Next, out of my toolbox. Okay, here we go. Goggles. I got into a discussion online with a person from Minnesota last year who rides all through winter. And in Minnesota, they get real winter. I used to live there. Trust me, it's real. And always the discussion was trying to find goggles that don't fog up, because that's a perpetual problem that happens with so many goggle brands. And then people have to wind up getting this goop that they put inside the lenses to help keep them from fogging up. But apparently, this brand, Smith Optics, and particularly the Mag 4D, so Smith Optics Mag 4D, apparently these will not fog up, and they're amazing. They have interchangeable lenses, so you can buy new lenses and just take the lens that's on here and swap them out. I have dark lenses and I have clear ones for nighttime riding. And you'd be amazed. When it's just super cold outside and you put on a pair of goggles, it's almost nuts how much warmer you become. Pekka, I think I've seen you wearing goggles, haven't I? Can you confirm this? Back me up here. Guess I'll put these on. And they're comfortable too. I want to wear these the rest of the stream to keep these stupid lights off of me. And this should be the thumbnail, just me like this. Yeah, so these things are super comfortable. Like they're padded here. Yeah, Smith Optics Mag 4D. You don't have to buy these in particular, but I'd recommend them. They're expensive. But as I tell people, when you buy stuff that is to help you live car light and to ride more, especially through winter, these things aren't necessarily an expense as much as they're an investment to enable you to better stand up to weather and things that might hold you back, right? So if you can get yourself warm enough, you can potentially bike when maybe you would have otherwise had to have taken the car, right? Okay, I got somebody here. It says, "Hi guys, I was recommended the other day for Riese Mueller's Schwalbe 365 on the back and a Marathon Winter on the front for better grip and traction while making turns. Haven't bought them yet though." It sounds like it would work. I'm not too much of an expert on all that, but because I'm still learning. And a lot of what I've learned, I learned from people in Minnesota. But maybe somebody in chat can say something about that. Pekka says it's interesting that almost no one uses goggles there when cycling. That is kind of interesting because they're amazingly comfortable, and if you've ever used them in a super cold environment, like when you put them on, your face is so much warmer. I don't know. I was surprised the first time I did it, and I just thought, well, okay, why haven't I done this before? The other things here are just going to be basics. So let's go on to this next one. And I don't know what these are in other countries, but here, this is the Dominant little hot hand packets. So when it gets cold, and I struggle from keeping my fingers and my toes warm, I'll get these hot hands. I'm not going to open this up because then it'll use it. But they're activated by oxygen mixing with whatever's in the little packet inside there. And they're just small little packets. And you can tuck them in your gloves, tuck them in your boots, and it'll make a huge difference whenever you're out there for extended periods of time or, having to cover long distances and it's really cold. You can keep these extremities warmer with these hot hands. And they're super cheap. You can buy a big box of them for, $20-30, and that'll last you, depending upon how often you need them, maybe the whole winter. Let's see here. When it's cold, but not cold yet, I've been going with, I found that just putting on a regular hat, it almost lets too much air through and then my ears get cold. So you can get this thing, put that on, and then put your hat on, and that puts extra insulation on your ears, right? But then your head can still breathe through a regular stocking cap. And then once it gets really cold, I bought this at a German Christmas market in Minnesota, in Minnetonka. And this thing is amazing. You just, you can clip it up. Voila. I don't know what these are called though, honestly. but you can see, I think this is a fox fur, by the way. I don't believe it's real. But just one of those hats is pretty amazing. Yeah, and a scarf. Scarves are amazing. Mine is from Den Bosch. The carnival there, that's what these colors are. They're Toten Bosch, right, Bicycle Dutch? But a scarf is part of my essentials. So, scarf goes on. Simple, voila, insulated. Now you probably can't hear me. I think that's it, y'all. Oh, wait, just a regular pair of gloves. So because I have pogies and I get super cold hands, I still got a pair of gloves. I got a pair of thin ones. They're really used. But with gloves nowadays, if you didn't know, see the tips. So yeah, these gloves can control phones because of the, I don't know, whatever's on the tips of these two fingers. So you don't have to take your gloves off in order to do anything with your phone if necessary. That's it. I think I covered everything. We got the battery covers on, which I've been needing to do. I think it was only -7 this morning Celsius when I woke up, but cold enough that I think it's good to have these battery covers on. Got those on. Taught people about the studded tires, pogies, regular winter wear, and of course, hot hands. And that's it. And this is I think, this is the first live stream I've done from the garage. So I don't know. Would love to know if you guys liked this. I could do it again sometime, although I'd have to figure out what the hell am I going to talk about, because I don't know. But this was, I just thought, a good idea to go over as we start December and people are thinking, oh, I got to put my bike away for the winter. Riding in winter is a lot easier than you might suspect. It took me some time to get used to it, but it was just, everything that held me back was just a lack of knowledge. So I just didn't know how to keep myself warm properly. And I guess on that, other winter essentials are, I guess, here in the US, what we would refer to as long underwear. So, very thin, like those black bottoms, top that's a long sleeve. And you can get them in varying thicknesses so that I have two pair. I have the long underwear top and bottom that is pretty thick, and I use that for the coldest part of winter. And then I have a thinner pair that I use for when it's cold, but I don't want to overheat, but also if I didn't wear that layer, I'd probably regret it and be too cold. So you can get different thicknesses. Yeah. And then you can ride through winter. The only true barrier to riding through winter is poor infrastructure maintenance. And almost rarely, if ever, is it the weather. If you have good infrastructure, decent density, and good infrastructure maintenance, you can walk, you can ride, you can scoot. You don't have to drive. You can break up with the car or just leave your car at home. But it's almost always the infrastructure. It's very rarely, almost everything else can be handled via clothing or accessories or whatever else. So think of it this way. I told you, buying some pogies or whatever else I said go buy. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of an upfront cost, but let's say you're living car light in the US like we do. Every time your car stays home, that's less wear and tear, that's less fuel, that's less opportunity for crashes that would wind up costing you thousands. So, maybe buying these pogies so that your hands stay warm and you can go cycle to the grocery store or to work or whatever That minimal cost will help save you a bunch of money by leaving that car at home in the garage or wherever else you park it, right? Let's see if I can get caught up here on chat before we shut her down. I'm glad you guys are having a good discussion in here. If anybody's watching this later, just open up the chat and check out everybody talking about this whole topic of winter cycling. Bicycle Dutch, I haven't worn a scarf yet this winter. Yeah, you just got out your gloves too. I don't understand you. As soon as it hits 14 Celsius, I got gloves on. As soon as we're at like 10 Celsius, pogies are on. I'm wearing a scarf to start my ride, and then if I get warm, I'll take it off. Some of you people, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. Oh, hey, so you're in Poland. I got somebody in here from Poland. Awesome. You were only able to experience around -16 in the south of Poland. That's cold. That's pretty cold. Can get colder though, right? Jacob Bax, -5 is the coldest we've had in years in the Netherlands. When I lived in Minnesota, I say this on the stream all the time, but I used to deliver propane around central Minnesota and work out in it, drive a big semi truck. And like January, -20, -30, -40, guaranteed every single day. That's cold. All right. Yeah, Jacob Bax, NJB does have cold hands. We have that in common. I've talked to him about that before. All right, everybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you don't mind my casual nature here, but I only thought of this idea about an hour, 2 hours ago. Set up a bunch of lights, moved the bike into place, got an Ethernet cord running down to the streaming rig that's piping it up and all over the webs and everything. Got the camera here. I've got a lawnmower here where I was sitting you guys. Yeah, but it came together. You don't need to spend a bunch of money to have a YouTube studio, right? So, all right. Hope you guys have a good rest of your Sunday. And next time, probably, shoot, I don't know if we'll be able to stream next weekend, so I might have to try to do one during the later part of the week this week. You know, we'll go riding around, but this winter it's going to be boring here in Carmel. It's, if we're out riding around, it'll just be us for the most part, because everybody gets too cold because they're not watching this video, right, and learning how to do it. But yeah, I'll try to do a ride around stream later this week. All right, Pekka, thanks for tuning in, man. I'm really glad you showed up. I haven't seen you in the stream for a while, and I know you're busy, so it's pretty cool. Even though nearly everybody in chat except for Clinton, well, no, somebody was in Pennsylvania. Nearly everybody else is on the other side of the earth. So that's fun. Welcome to my garage. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. And have a good Sunday, Monday. Ride your bike, stay warm.